Reading from Exodus, the 33rd chapter, the first 10 verses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Depart and go up from here, thou and the people whom thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt unto the land which I swore unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying to them, Unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanites, and the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, and I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And when the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no man did put on him his ornaments. For the Lord had said unto Moses, Say unto the children of Israel, Ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment, and consume thee. Therefore now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee. And the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by Mount Horeb. And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it outside the camp, far off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the congregation. And it came to pass that every one who sought the Lord went out unto the tabernacle of the congregation was outside the camp. And it came to pass when Moses went out unto the tabernacle that all the people rose up and stood every man at his tent door, and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord spoke with Moses. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door, and all the people rose up and worshiped every man in his own temple. May God add his blessing to the reading of his word. I have entitled it The Three Tremendous Truths that I want to share with you this morning. Paul is writing to a young man, Timothy. Timothy has entered into the ministry, and he's just a young sapling in the true sense of the word in the ministry, and he wants to unfold some truths to him. And we could, each and every one, hoping that we could say what Paul is saying here from 2 Timothy 1:11 through 14. Whereunto I am appointed, a teacher of the Gentiles, for the which cause also suffer these things. For I know whom I have believed, and am persuaded that he is able to keep that which I have committed unto him against that day. You will note three words here that I want to have you kind of remember. Appointed, suffered, appointed, persuaded, and know. Appointed, persuaded, and know. I'm not sure. Why are you here today? And I don't mean in the church. You'll sure know why you're here today. But why are you on the face of the earth in the first place? What did God really create you for? What's your point in going through life? To make somebody happy? Or to see how much you can accumulate? Or what's your point? Paul is saying, I was appointed to be an apostle. I was appointed to be a preacher. I was appointed to be a teacher. Paul knew what he was appointed for. He was well aware why he was here upon the face of the earth. And he wanted to let young Timothy know, as a minister, you better be sure you know what you're called for. If God has called you to be a custodian, great. God has called you to be a farmer, great. A businessman, whatever it is, be sure that you know what you were called for
and that you were created for the purpose of sharing the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. God tells us very early in the Ten Commandments, thou shalt have no other gods before you. That indicates to me that God is a jealous God, and that takes a whole sermon of its own to explain that. But God expects us to worship Him and worship Him alone. If we are here to see how much we can accumulate, and that's become our God, we need to relook and examine ourselves. Now, with that in mind, having now accomplished, so to speak, what we were appointed for, and by the way, my English teacher today would turn over in her grave if she knew that I was in the pulpit. That's why I get out of it occasionally. I remember giving my freshman class, she was a marvelous teacher, in my freshman class I was giving a book report, and my English wasn't of the best of nature, but she saw my knees shake so bad in my trousers, so she said to me, the next time you give a report, you can get behind the desk. And so, nevertheless,